Surviving cancer, coming through cancer, becoming cancer free, 100% cancer free. Hello, y'all. I'm Diana Brienne. Well, I've made quite a few cancer videos in the past, and as you all know, or many of you know, my husband had been diagnosed with the highest stage of lymphoma cancer, and he had several masses throughout his body, one big mass that sat next to his heart and to his lungs. And this was a year and a half ago. And of course, forwarding it to today, he's been 100% cancer free for nearly a year. And so we are just so grateful for that miracle in our life. And so how did cancer change us, even a year and a half later? The journey of cancer started about a year and a half ago. And I talked about that in numerous videos. And without going back over all the details, if you want, you can go back and just type in cancer and those videos should pop up. And I talk about the details of our cancer journey. And it was very, very challenging and very difficult and very frightening because we did not know what was going to happen. And it was a very difficult and challenging time because my husband did undergo chemotherapy, and it was a massive dose, extended period of time. It was awful for him and awful for me and awful for the family. Most of all, it was awful for him. And it threw our family in a tailspin. It threw us in a tailspin. And although we remained solid, we remained strong, but we were frightened. We didn't know what the end result would be. And, when you have cancer, you really don't know what the end result's going to be any more than any other kind of major physical illnesses that can take over the body. It's sort of like things are kind of beyond our control at that point. At least many of the things are beyond our control. I believe that we have some control over the decisions that we make, and sometimes it's very difficult and challenging to know what the right decision is. We didn't know if chemotherapy was right. We didn't know if the kind of very specific diet that we went on was going to work. We didn't know if a particular supplement that my husband went on was going to work. We just knew that we were going to give it our very, very, very best and pray for a miracle in whatever way that miracle came. And so, standing here a year and a half later, after what my husband went through, after what we went through as a family, I am so grateful, and he's doing so wonderful. And yet, how did it change us? How did it change our way of living a year and a half later? Things could have gone the other way as well. And that would have changed our life significantly had he not become cancer free. And, but fortunately, and we, take it one day at a time, he is 100% cancer free. All of his blood work is normal, all of his scans are normal, and all 8 of the masses, I believe it was about 8 masses, they're all gone. They completely withered away and dried up. And so a lot of people ask us, how did we do it? Was it the chemotherapy? Was it the kind of diet that we went on? Was it that one particular supplement? Was it just simply a miracle? I don't know. I don't know exactly what the answer was. We did it all, and we're just grateful that he is where he's at, and yet we don't take it for granted by any means. And so I think how it changed us as a family is it brought us closer together. It made us realize that life is so precious. We always realized that, but even more so today, we realize more than ever how precious life is, and how things can be unpredictable. One morning you can wake up and your whole world can change in that day. And everything had gone along for us, and then one day we woke up and my husband got a cancer diagnosis, and we really didn't see it coming in any significant way, in a short time prior to that. I did have, right before he got diagnosed, I told him, I said, I think you have cancer. And when the doctor called to give us the diagnosis, or the results, I said, he has cancer. I said, I know it. And he said he has lymphoma. And so I knew it from that perspective, but we didn't see it coming before that. We didn't see it coming. It was just not on our radar. And so I think for us, we don't live as far in the future as we once did. It was always for my husband about preparing 10, 20 years down the line. And I said, you know, even if he had never had cancer, there's no guarantees in life. You know, my husband is in his early 60s and I'm, you know, pushing 70. And so, you know, if it's a time to live and embrace life, it's now. Now going forward, there's no like, well, maybe in 20 years I'll decide I'm going to go ahead and, you know, travel, or I'm going to go ahead and do the things I've always wanted to do. No, if we're going to do anything that's really significant for us, we're probably going to do it sooner rather than later. And we're just grateful. We're grateful for getting up every morning. We're grateful for feeling good. We're grateful for our day-to-day life. You know, it's not the big things that we missed during that time. It was the small things, like feeling good when you get up in the morning. It was like knowing that everything was going to be okay. It was having your daily routines and being able to get out there and you know, do what it is that you do every day that you kind of take for granted as just a part of life. You know, I remember both my husband and I both said, we want our life back. We want our life back. And he said that over and over, I just want my old life back. Meaning I want to be healthy, I want to feel great, I want to, you know, things to be the way they were. Don't reach that point in life where you have to get a diagnosis before you appreciate the life that you have. Now, I always appreciated my life, and I think my husband always did, but I think that this brought us up to another level of appreciation. We appreciate the people around us. We appreciate the people that cared for us during those times. We appreciate everything, all of our experiences that we've had in our life, even the difficult and challenging ones. We appreciate our life. We appreciate just getting up in the morning and feeling good. I'm so grateful when I can get out there and go on the running trail every morning, my 5 miles, and then go to the gym and do my workout. You know, whereas a lot of people would complain about, oh, I got to do the workout. But I don't complain about it. I love my workout. I love my workout. And the things that we complain about, we really don't complain about because, well, I think most people complain about stupid stuff that really doesn't matter. And I would say don't get caught up into the stupid stuff of life. You know, if something matters, then deal with it. But if it's just stupid stuff and stuff that's just taking your attention away or your happiness away, for me, ignore it or walk away from it. But stay focused on your happiness. And, you know, not every day in our life is going to be a happy one. You know, I think sometimes people are so focused on being happy that they lose sight of just being alive and the beauty of being alive and the beauty of being happy and the beauty of being healthy. And they're so focused on more happiness and I've got to do this, I've got to have this trip to be happy, I've got to have this new car to be happy, I've got to have this new material thing to be happy, I've got to have this new experience to be happy, I've got to have this new relationship to be happy, I've got to achieve this new goal or this new milestone. You know, when we die, we're not going to take those degrees with us. When we die, we're not going to take the money with us. When we die, we're not going to take the furniture with us. When we die, we're probably not even going to take our driver's license with us or our credit rating or any of that. And so I think it's important to keep things in perspective. And I think that's what cancer did for us. It brought everything into clarity and everything into perspective. And we truly, truly cherish each and every day of our life. From my house to yours, may God bless you. I hope you like, share, subscribe. And I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.